Hey, peace and blessings to whoever might be watching this. I wanted to do something based upon some of the image creation that I've been prompting artificial intelligence to come up with. There was an album contest here a few days ago for an upcoming event, and when I say an album contest or album cover contest, and so I threw my hat in the ring and I tried to create some album covers. And I don't know if I really followed the theme of the album covers. Just this is a little backstory, or the theme of the contest. But I knew each one of the four DJs that were involved in this upcoming event, and I kind of spun the album covers based upon what I know of them, and sometimes what other people might say about them. And so I wanted to take a moment and try to go through my what is it called now? It's a new phrase, prompt engineering. Somebody asked me, how did I learn prompt engineering? I was like, what is that? I had to look it up. But if you're unfamiliar with prompt engineering, or just like with AI in general, there are, or some of these AI tools, there are a lot of tools out there that would allow you to create images based upon text. So you could say, create an elephant flying across the city of Cincinnati, and you could get an image of an elephant flying. Where the Cincinnati is the city of flying pigs, but you switch it up, make it flying elephants, and you could create an image that would be of flying elephants. And so I have kind of discovered just through poking around that a lot of times it takes a whole lot of detail to be able to get the image that you're looking for. And I did something the other day, and I wanted it based upon some images that I uploaded, and I was telling somebody else that it took like 11. I did 11 different images, and only one I felt was decent enough that I could share, that it looked more like the person. But so anyway, let me switch up here, and what will I do? I am going to switch over to this which monitor. I got a couple monitors here. I'm gonna take a few minutes. Okay, well, so let me say that I picked another person that I know. I didn't get his permission. He can sue me, but I feel like we're good enough friends, and I'm comfortable enough with, especially with his whole social media journey, kind of comfortable with sharing it. So I'm gonna click over here to my right monitor and show you that the person that I'm kind of picking on is my man Greg Reese here from Cincinnati. And let's see, this is one of his profile pictures, and that's and I like that. Like when and if we're using AI, and you're trying to use a reference photo, this is a good bright photo, has him in focus, and I chose that. And then there was another picture that I used that I saw, which was, it might have been from a different profile. Let's see, because I know he's got a couple. Let's see. Oh, okay, right here. This Greg Reese music. So I also selected this picture as an option, and as an option to use. And so I'll switch. So what do we got? We got that, and we got where'd it go? We got that and this. So those two picks. Can I bounce back and forth? So those are the two picks that I use as reference. And then back over here, I went through all of this, which is the prompt, what I don't know what you call it, prompt engineering. And let me see if I can, how large can I make that to make it make sense on whatever whatever screen that you might be viewing this on. I'll make it as big as possible, and I won't necessarily go through all of this, or maybe I can, but I'll try to be brief. I'm not trying to make this a really long thing, but so it seems like that when you separate certain ideas that you can use prompt. So prompt one is where I started at. I wanted to create a stylized spoken word square album cover because album covers are the records are 12-inch records, so it's a 12-inch square, but also it's handy when and if you want to upload something like that to Instagram, for instance. So that was kind of a part of what I did is to make it square and have a one by one ratio, and I took some of his description of who he is from LinkedIn, photographer, videographer, content creator, producer, and he's he has created a company called VIP, Video Images Pictures, and so I took a couple of pictures. Oh, this is a description of what they do. Okay. And I added that in there, I don't know, just thinking that ChatGPT might get a feel for what I'm looking for and for who he is based upon this minor description of what he does, but and who he is. So then I said, take the uploaded photos, and turn it into a stylized full-body cartoon fine art suitable for framing and specifically to be used as a spoken word style album cover. This image should be a masterpiece. Maybe I'm just going overboard and being goofy with it, but to be clear that I've got a couple of different accounts with different AI tools, and it's from my job. So those images, those what? Those standby. Those what? Those tools are available because they are provided by my employer. So what that does is allow me to access them, and I just keep on going. It's all free, and it's trial and error. Like I mentioned, I did 11 the other day, and only one of them came out. So if I look at this and go down, hyper realistic, and I wanted to take inspiration from settings and visual events like Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech, Malcolm X's "Ballad of the Bullet," 1:1 ratio, like I said, and I wanted text at the top, text at the bottom, close and face. So I went on and on and on and on, but the idea is that all of this is specific, and it is also very detailed in order for it to get the idea or the visual that I'm looking for. And one of the problems that I found, which is why I put this prompt 6, is you got to have all the text in the boundaries and margins of the generated image. And so I can minimize that and go back over here and show that, Google Gemini, in my opinion, is ridiculous. I guess it completely ignored my prompt or the image, because that's nothing like nothing like the picture that I showed you a little bit ago. Microsoft CoPilot, it came back and said, well, you know what, we can't. First it said it's on the way, and it was like, I can't create this image for you. So and I did it a couple of times, because why? Because it gives me opportunity. It's free for me to do that. I can do it a couple of times, but each time it's like, I can't create this. All right, so let's see, back over here with ChatGPT. Did it finish? Okay, so it created this image, but what I kind of didn't like is that it was not. I don't know, it wasn't friendly enough, I didn't think, and that's what kind of bothered me. And then also I didn't like how it said content creation, even though that's what he's got on his LinkedIn page as a content creation. I and it spelled it wrong up here, Gregor. It didn't put the Y. It's like, uh, and I think I prompted it to like, hey, modify the image, and what is this? ChatGPT takes forever, at least in my opinion. Oh, and what happened? Let's see. I got another one over here, I think. I wanna. Where'd it go? I was switching over to this other monitor here because wow, it's taking forever. But this is GROK, which is a feature of. Oh well, okay, wait, maybe it's here. Ah, okay, yeah, GROK. So I did the same thing. That where I gave it images like here. It allowed me to do two. So I did two. The one with his holding up his fist, and the two there, and it came up with that don't even look like him. That's like, I don't even know. That's like the wow, I spelled it wrong and everything. It's like and didn't even get the content creation down there. Like it just screwed that all up. This reminds me of that remake of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that they call Bel Air or whatever, where it's a serious tone. Like that character reminds me. But look, he's in the ladder. He's not on the ladder. And what's the other one? Like, what is that? That's like Raj from What's Happening or something like that. That all looks crazy and goofy. Nothing like him. But anyway, back to this other monitor. Finally, I guess. Is that what happened? Oh, okay. So I said I wanted it 1-to-1 and square, and this came out, rectangular, like a what do you call that? Letter format. And I said, hey, modify it based upon what I said, one by one. And it's like, this didn't follow our content, So I mean, sometimes this is all up in the air. But I will say, and I should go back. Let me look on my own. I showed you Gemini. I showed you Microsoft CoPilot, how it failed. I showed you GROK, how it failed, and I showed you all my prompts. But I will say that the one image that I think I was finally happy with, there's another little attachment of or piece, I guess, of ChatGPT called SORA, SORA. And I'll flip over here to the monitor here. And after many tries, I think this is kind of okay. Kind of. I don't like how the H up here isn't fully whatever legible. But I mean that's kind of to be expected or whatever. But I'm kind of okay with that. But like, because it did 4 images, and what did it do? Even though I told it, I said, hey, I wanted to say content creator at the bottom. It doesn't. It says content creation. This also content creation. Doesn't so much look like him like the other one did. Which one is and this, wow, look how his leg is going all the way over that. I mean, I guess you might be able to do that, but that looks a little wild. But anyway, I think the one that I finally settled on might be this one here. And so, point being, hey, content creation is out there. What's the new term? What is it called? Not content creation. Prompt engineering. That's out there. So, I just want to give you kind of a little heads up on how I did some things, and maybe you learn something. Maybe teach me something. Peace and blessings. I appreciate you.